Hello, kitties. This is yours truly, the Crypt Keeper, and you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio with your host Michael Bones, Rob Humphrey, and no Cass Lovecraft.
The Canadian is AWOL.
She's not even on assignment. She's like on drunken recovery.
I know. She's like, I'm going to bed. All right. All right.
Cass had a long night of, she had a wedding this weekend, and she had a long night of green tea shots.
Mm-hmm.
I repeat that, shots of green tea liquor.
They really know how to do it up there in Canada, don't they?
Unfucking, like the whiteness doesn't end. It truly doesn't.
That's why they call it the Great White North.
That is hilarious. We need to utilize that more. Shame on us, honestly. But anyway, we are back. What did we do? Oh, God, Damien was last week.
Yeah, that was fun. Listening back, I was like, damn, I don't remember talking to Cartman this much.
Dude. There was a lot of Cartman in there, and we will. I peeked into Ghostface mailbag a little bit, so we'll be talking about that a little later.
Oh, all right.
We do have a mailbag this week. I guess we have drink roll call that we can get into, and we will be joined by Alex from Selecta Play, the company that's putting out the new ARTcade game. That was a really fun conversation. I get a little in depth about this game. If you haven't heard about it, you need to go check that out at Terrifier Game on Twitter. TerrifierTheArcadeGame.com. It's a beat 'em up, old school. This is for, I guess younger people have fun with it too, because it's a lot of fun. But it's like a beat 'em up, side scroller, old school arcade game for Terrifier. Art the Clown, all those things. It looks fucking awesome. It's hard to describe other than that. It's just something you need to go see because, yeah, you can hear that and go, oh, okay, I got an idea of what it is. You need to check it out. It's a lot of fun. I played the demo. I cannot wait for the full game to come out because this is definitely one of those turn your brain off and just fucking kill shit style games, and I love that.
Yeah, it looks fun. I like these old school kind of games, though.
Yeah, me too. And it's filled with Easter eggs. So we'll get into it with Alex. You'll hear it shortly. And then we're also joined by David Howard Thornton, Art the Clown himself, for the third time, I believe, or is it the fourth? It's the third.
Pretty sure it's the third, yeah.
Always love when we get to talk to Dave. Obviously hypes up the arcade game, gets into a ton of other things. Art the Clown to Fortnite, which as of when this episode drops would have been yesterday. So this is the first, speaking of this, that he's done a bunch of other things. The Halloween Horror Nights. We get a little preview into Terrifier 4, Rob.
Little bit. Not a lot. A little bit.
Yeah, but hey, dude, this is nice, though.
Yeah. It's always good to talk to him, too. He's a lot of fun.
And everyone gets to find out if he yelled at you or not.
Oh, yeah.
You said this was going to be the time that he was going to be nice to you. They got to wait and see, though.
Yeah, you got to see. You got to find out.
Yeah, I always love when he yells at you. That's one of my favorite parts of anything. But, so and a bunch of shit. David, we really had a great talk about, obviously, all the shit that he's got going on that I just mentioned. But also, we got to do a nice talk about the film industry in general right now, the landscape of horror films, which was great. And some stuff that he wants to play.
Oh, yeah.
DC Universe.
Yeah. We're
going to get you into all that in a minute. But first, Robert, what are you drinking?
Diet Pepsi.
You son of a bitch.
It was like, I knew Canada wasn't going to be here. It's our easy month. So, I just knew that it was going to be kind of a chill night.
Stop saying it's our easy month. I don't know if I'm making it through this month, all right?
I don't know what you're complaining about. We're done.
We're not done. We got next week, which is October, and then we still got shit with spilling into November. So no, we're not done.
Yeah, but it's all done. We already did it.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I am drinking a rum and Coke.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, made me a quick rum and Coke. It is my Kraken rum.
Okay.
Which I've gone over in the past. And it is shaken, not stirred, Rob. And by that, I mean, I didn't feel like putting another dirty knife in the sink to stir it. I just spun my red Solo cup around with some ice in it. Does that count?
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, shaken, not stirred.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's kind of stirred. I did a spin.
Yeah.
But an easy spin, because I don't want to spill it.
Yeah, shaking something actually dirties more dishes because you got to put it in a shaker and everything.
Oh, no. Red Solo cup.
All right.
Nothing else. Not even two of them. Just one Red Solo cup.
All right. Like a country song over there.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. It's pretty funny. All right. God damn it. You couldn't have had just like any form of liquor. None. Nothing.
No, I got Diet Pepsi. You see.
Unbelievable. All right. We got a lengthy mailbag here. So 917-397-KILL.
Trace the call. It's coming from inside the house.
That's 917-397-5455. You can send in a text message for the show, voicemail for the show. You can also get in on the Patreon or the YouTube. Comment directly on the episodes on both Patreon and YouTube. We'll throw you into the mailbag. That's a good way to get in there, too. All of the voicemails will get played and aired and discussed and all that stuff on the show. All of the messages, comments, and whatever else gets read by Ghostface. He is in charge of the mailbag. All right, Robert, are you ready for the mailbag?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Look what we have here. Another stack of messages from all you horror fans and scream queens. You've been dying to be heard, literally. Let's see what kind of twisted thoughts you've left for us this week. Don't worry. I'll be gentle. Huh. Probably. The first message is from IR Chris on the Tyler Maine episode. The Patreon pepperonis need to find a horror movie about energy drinks. Then for the episode, all the hosts chug a Michael Myers energy can.
Oh, okay. Chris, no.
Dude, I'm down. I still got one.
Rob, that last one almost killed you.
It wasn't that serious. It was fine. I got a little dizzy. We're fine.
You were drunk off non-liquor. Like you were feeling a little woozy. All right.
It tastes good though. They are good.
I'm sure they were great. They're fucking moonshine energy drinks with no liquor in them. There was no brand, no nothing.
No, there's no brand on it.
But they're nutritional facts.
I don't know.
And it looked like it from what I seen, the picture you sent.
I don't know. I'd have to look.
That's illegal. These are
you.
not legal cans of energy drinks.
Yeah, I still haven't had the Chucky one either. There's still two of them sitting in there. I haven't gotten around to yet, but
Chris, we're not doing that. One of us will die. All right, is that what you want? No. All right, next message.
The next message is from Spyro, from last week's Horror Trivia Patreon episode. The only thing Cassandra, my dog, got right was we pay to watch her suffer. I don't think you can beg at a trivia night to get a point, so my point still stands. Mikey, want to go trivia?
Spyro just challenged me right now?
I think so, although I feel like it's unfortunate that Cass wasn't here to respond to that message.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, I think it's the right choice based on how she performed in trivia last week.
You know what, though? In a way, I'm kind of glad. She doesn't get to make excuses for it, and we get to tell the story right now, so it's kind of not uninterrupted. Yeah, I mean, I whooped her ass. Spyro's referring to every week patrons get an extra episode. We play games. This week we had a nice Friday the 13th discussion, Rob.
Yeah, we did.
Talked about Jason stuff.
Yeah, talked forever about it.
Yeah, we did get a little lost on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did whoop Cass's ass in trivia for the second straight time.
Mm-hmm.
And Spyro's got a point. Cass was begging for extra points and everything else. No couth. None.
No, she's no shame. No shame, no dignity, nothing.
Shamelessly begging for points to still lose. It wasn't even like it was a one or whatever. So, Spyro, I accept your challenge, sir. And we will make it happen. We've been talking, maybe this could be the time, Rob, because we were talking, Greg and Amber had challenged, there was like a trivia thing going on here. And we had played with the idea of having like some type of a tournament style thing with the patrons.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this could be a good time to do it.
Well, I don't know if it's a good time to do it.
Well, not right now, but I'm saying this opportunity could be, because Greg and Amber are always down. Spyro wants to do it. I'm sure Chris isn't shy about getting in there.
Yeah.
No, Carly too. Everybody else would be great. Nate knows his shit.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the calendar and see when a good time to do that is. Because remember, we got this stuff going on through November. Although it's all wrapped up and we're done with it. So maybe now is a good time to do it.
It's not true. Not true. But I'm just saying, it wouldn't be now we're reaching a time where, and we're having enough people interested that we might be able to do it.
Yeah, we might be able to figure it out. I don't know. Because I'm trying to like think ahead. We got the holidays coming up.
Yeah.
Which means we're going to be getting into a bunch of Christmas stuff. We'll have the Christmas circle jerk. We got we got to start planning
Say
the
that.
we got to start planning the slashies at some
Oh,
point,
shit.
and
Yeah.
then the slashies are always followed very closely by Murder Madness.
Oh, that's all going to
Um,
start like snowballing soon, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I'm thinking.
fuck.
Like trying to pull off a Patreon only trivia tournament might be a little much.
Having someone on for a Patreon episode recording a week might not. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see.
Yeah. Plus, we got like Australians involved and stuff.
Boy,
So the time difference, we got to work that out. You know,
yeah,
because as we record this, it's Thursday over there or some shit.
yeah. Who knows? But yeah, we have enough people interested though. Is the thing.
Yeah, well, that's good.
All right, but yeah, Spyro. Either way, whether we do that or not, yeah, we'll figure this shit out, dude. Hell yeah. Oi, accepted. Next message.
The next message is from Lockhaven 310 on YouTube from the Tyler Main interview. Man, he was the scariest Michael Myers ever. You wouldn't want to be chased by him.
Damn, short, sweet, to the point.
And 100% correct. Terrifying, Michael. I don't want to be chased by that guy. Let's be honest. I don't want to be chased by anybody. But if I had my pick, it'd be somebody that's not Tyler Main. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a big old boy.
Yeah.
And look, whether because the debate always happens, right? Between the Rob Zombie, any Rob Zombie movie, really, it's pretty controversial one way or another. But those Halloween ones, people get, in their feelings about it. Put all that shit aside and just look at the characters. The motherfucker's huge. It's terrifying. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't want
Yeah.
no part of that.
Nothing at all.
And I forget who brought it up. Was it you, Rob? I think it might have been you, where we should have asked, or was it Greg? I don't remember, but someone should have asked Tyler if he would have been able to whoop Busta Rhymes' ass.
Oh, yeah,
was
that
that
was
you?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I regret it. That's how it still
Yeah.
bothers me. I didn't think to do that.
That was the real question.
Yeah. All right. Next message. Thank you, by the way, Lockhaven, for the message. We appreciate you checking out the interview. Thank you very much for interacting, man. Appreciate it.
The next message is from Creepin666 on YouTube from the Greg Nicotero interview. Greg is awesome. He's one of the greats up there with Stan Winston. Zombie emoji. By the way, I think the Jason mask is great. Don't listen to the naysayers out there. I'm just grateful. We're getting Friday the 13th stuff.
Hell of a deal. Everything there is pretty on point, though.
Yeah. And we are getting Friday the 13th stuff, which is good. And yeah, Greg Nicotero, man's a legend.
Oh, dude. Sam Winston, talking about aliens, fucking Jurassic Park, Terminator.
Yeah.
Affects God. They have very different styles. Sam Winston's great. Like, you see him Nicotero compared to Tom Savini a lot. Winston, that's an interesting one, too.
Yeah.
Just, they're very different.
Sure. Yeah, I think all those guys sort of, develop their own style and stuff, which is what, makes them sort of stand out and makes them kind of, these legendary guys, right? Because if he's doing the same stuff that somebody else did, then he kind of don't really stand out that much.
Yeah. And there's a lot of similarities there's a lot of differences too, but there's a ton of similarities between Nicotero and Savini, and I think that's why that comparison's there as strong as it is. Yeah. But even though they're very similar, they're also very different, which sounds weird, but it's true.
Yeah. But no doubt though, Greg Nicotero's he's a fucking legend.
Yeah, he might be. Honestly, if I had to pick one, like if somebody said, "Who's for you personally? For me, is the top horror effects artist?" I'd probably go with Nicotero. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, it's tough. He's
tough.
He's in the conversation without a doubt. I don't know what. I don't know.
It's hard. But Creepin' again, just like Lockhaven. Thank you very much for interacting with that's the thing. When we get stuff from YouTube, I get a little extra excited because we're trying to kind of navigate towards movies a little more, like the show content and things like that. So it's when we get something that's like not Dead by Daylight, it's pretty nice. Although even in the Greg Nicotero, I get it's kind of fair. We brought up Dead by Daylight was brought up with talking to Greg, but so many things we do. It's like when are you talking to Dead by Daylight again? When are you talking to Matthew Cote again? It's like, bro. We have all this shit going on right now. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, David Howard Thornton, Greg Nicotero, Tyler Main. Like, are you? Don't get me started.
The DVD conversations will happen when they're ready for them to happen and we're ready for them to happen. Like it'll come up.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Just to, I guess, speak on that a little bit too. Yeah. Just like Rob said, they're busy. We're busy. We got a lot of shit going on. They got a lot of shit going on. And the shit they got going on is not, you don't talk to the horror movie people about your original, design. Like it's not, it doesn't make sense. So that's all that is. Just kind of enjoy what we're doing, maybe, not like asking for other stuff, because we're doing what we're doing. And it's fucking dope shit, man. Come on now. God damn. Talking to fucking Art the Clown. We're going to have Art the Clown here in a minute. Are you not entertained? Jesus Christ. All that being said, thank you, Creepin', for your comment.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks.
it, man.
Thank you.
Hell of a deal.
The next message is from IR Chris from last week's Horror Trivia Patreon episode. Poor Cassandra.ca. All she wants to do is drink a warm glass of maple syrup and take a nap. So sleepy.
Okay.
All right.
We've talked about the nicknames being random.
That's a fucking winner right there, Chris. That's fucking great.
Cassandra.ca is incredible.
Oh my! How do we not see that one too, Mike? He was sitting right there. It's been sitting right there.
I don't know. Shame on us. You're right. Shame on us. But this is why we got Chris around. This is what he's here for.
That's why Chris is a fucking Hall of Famer right there.
Yeah, there you go. That right there.
Yep.
It's Hall of Fame chops right there. Cassandra.ca. I cannot wait to talk to her again. Oh, shit. Guys really catching shit for the Patreon stuff. Good Lord.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it. Hell of a deal. Cassandra.ca. That's good. That's my favorite one, so that's a good one.
The next message is from Spyro from the Damien Maffei interview. OMG, I forgot about Haunt and Wrong Turn 2021. Both movies were really enjoyable. The ending of Wrong Turn was so weird, but so interesting. And Haunt was just a great time all out. All of the rooms were scary and interesting. Might have to watch it again. Release the tapes. All uncut for the patron. Also, did Damien call Rob simple?
Okay.
Maybe?
No, Damien called me simple.
Okay.
As much as I wished it was Rob.
I was gonna say maybe. I don't think he did, but maybe.
Yeah. Spyro, hell of a deal, dude. That's the thing about Damien Maffei. He's not like the biggest name in the world. I do stand by an argument that I have with him personally a bunch of times, where he's kind of moved into that cult, modern cult, like very new to that atmosphere. But a lot of people, like, he really blew up from the Strangers Pray at Night and also from Haunt, and it's not like he's not the biggest name in the world, but A, he's a really fucking fun dude, so fuck anything else. B, he's a huge horror fan, so also fuck anything else. And C, like, he's a super talented actor.
Yeah.
So I love that. Like, whenever you look at a movie and Damien's very particular about what he takes, the roles that he takes, and there's a reason he chose Haunt, and there's a reason he chose Wrong Turn and Strangers Pray at Night. When you go back and watch his stuff, the movies are damn near always really good, especially like the big ones like these, Haunt, Wrong Turn, whatever. So I'm glad you enjoyed that as well. And also, whenever we get to talk to him too, like, above all else, it's always a fucking, like, it's entertaining to talk with the guy.
Yeah, he's a fun guy to talk to. And yes, you should definitely rewatch Haunt because it's awesome.
Yeah, Haunt's great. Wrong Turn was a lot of fun. Strangers Pray at Night, we talk about all the time. If you're able to make that disconnect from the first one and just watch the second one for what it was, you'll have a blast with it. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Damien's always great. No matter, like, movies, interviews, talks, Twitter, he's fucking fun on there. So unless he's yelling at me, Yeah.
No, that makes it even better.
And Spyro, look, I think anyone who interacts with us, no matter what it's on, will realize, or just listen to the show, whatever, we really don't give a fuck. Like, it's a pretty good blanket statement for us. We're going to say what we want to say. We're going to say what we think. We're going to say how we feel. And that's really it. If you don't like it, not everything's for everybody. And that's fine. And you can, you're not being held hostage to listen to us. But we appreciate the people that do, obviously. So we're very, what you see is what you get. And we're going to kind of do what we want. And we're also very transparent. We try and give you guys as much as we can. We give you stuff early. You know, we give you as much as we can. Some of the Easter egg content that we have is stuff like, you know, not used in the interviews. Look, Spyro, dude, lawsuits would fly if we put out some of the shit. And for multiple reasons, lawsuits would fly.
Also, if it helps, Spyro, listening back to the interview and hearing the stuff that was cut out, I was like, man, I wonder what he said there, because I don't remember things ever. So I experienced the interview much like you did when I listened to it back. Like I don't remember what we censored.
I remember it. Yeah, there is no fucking way we could. I mean, some of it, I guess, like we could maybe get away with some, but a good portion of it, there is no fucking way we could we would be able to air that. It's lawsuits would fly. It absolutely. So yeah, I wish we do it. I wish there's a lot of reasons that I wish we could put out some of the stuff that was said. But right. we just cannot.
And also, and I don't know if you talked to Damien and he asked you to cut stuff or not, but sometimes people do ask us to do that, and we're never gonna like disrespect a guest that, right? Like
absolutely not.
If a guest is kind enough to come on the show and give us their time, and then they're like, hey, maybe I shouldn't have said this. Can you take it out? Which happens from time to time. We'll take it out, and it's just never gonna see the light of day because they've asked us not to air it.
And that's the thing too. Absolutely, Rob. Because like we were talking about, David Howard Thornton 3 times, Greg Nicotero twice, Damien Maffei, right. Who the fuck? Like he's not even a guest anymore. All right, just Damien stops by every once in a while. So we've had so many like really big. Matt Ducote. We were just kind of talking about him. He's been a bunch of times. These people continue to talk to us because they know we will never, go against their trust and that professionalism. It will always be there from us. And that's bigger than anything, honestly. Yeah. Like, dude, we knew about we recorded the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter for Behavior like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. We had to leak the fuck out of that, Right. And like, yeah, you get your 15 minutes of fame on fucking Twitter or whatever, but then they never deal with you again. And, if anyone else that you're trying to collab with, like we did with Greg Nicotero with his AMC stuff and whatever, if they look into you, which a lot of these places do, and they see that you did that, there's no fucking way,
Yeah. It's a whole, I mean, it just on a personal level, don't want to betray anyone's trust, but also, absolutely. Like you said, if they feel like they can trust us, then they'll come back. And if they don't, then they won't.
And we have a reputation for a lot of things, but one of the things that, and probably the most important thing, is that our guests on what's the word, like our professional guests, like when we work with Behavior, when we do stuff with Greg Nicotero for AMC, we're going to have Tim Willits on from Saber Interactive. It's the second time he's joined us. The game isn't even out yet, Hellraiser Revival. These things don't happen without that reputation. And I know Spyro knows this. I'm just saying in general. It's just, that's why there's a lot of things. I think I've only leaked ever one thing, and it was the Halloween game thing with on YouTube. And I still had feelings, kind of didn't want to do that, but that was kind of a different case a little bit. There's a bunch of stuff that we know of that we can't say anything about because lawsuits will fly.
Right. Yeah.
That's kind of the way it is. But yeah, like Rob said, just that respect is above anything else is there.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody gives you their time to come on and talk to us, we're not going to, what are we going to shit on that? That's...
Yeah, and trust to tell us these things and say these things. And also, too, it makes for such a better conversation. Like the Damien, honestly, that last week having Damien on was probably the best interview or the most fun that we've ever done. And it's Damien Maffei. Again, not the biggest name in horror or whatever, but just a cool fucking dude with a cool, talented dude with a lot of passion. And it was a lot of fun. If he doesn't trust us and know we can have an easy, fun conversation without his guard up, well, what do I say? What can I say? And all that. He knows we're not going to do him dirty. That's how you get these conversations. We have a conversation with Mike P. Nelson coming up that we've recorded already.
Yeah.
We'd never talked to him before, but I feel like he's seen over the conversation that, I don't know. That's always been my favorite, like most important to me is making people feel like family and like they're at home when we talk to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Spyro, trust me. I wish we could do that, dude. There's no fucking way. There's no way. But that's it for the mailbag. So we're going to kick you guys over to Alex first from Selecta Play. They got a ton of really cool horror games. You guys need to, especially the arcade game that is coming out. And you guys need to all check that out. This is a very fun, and this is a really cool interview because you get a look behind the scenes of not only this game, but also the mentality of horror gaming from a creator, like people who actually create and make these games that we all love. And you don't get to see that side super often, and Selecta has a bunch of really cool horror games. They've collabed with Dragon Ball Z, which is not horror related, obviously, but they have stuff. They also do movies. They were involved with the release of Terrifier 3 and I believe Terrifier 2. If I remember correctly.
I don't think even I knew that.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't even think to look into that either until Alex. So everybody's going to hear it. It's a really cool conversation. They also have Chainsaw Man, the video game, which is a lot of fun.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds amazing.
it is exactly what you think it is. So they have a lot of great projects, and you guys need to go check out Selecta Play and keep your eyes out for the arcade game. So we're going to kick you over to that, and after that, we're going to throw you right into our conversation with David Howard Thornton, Art the Clown, and that's a blast. That's always a fucking blast. So, talk about another guy who has become a friend of the show, knows we got his back, and can really sit and have a fun conversation. David Howard Thornton's a great example of that, too.
Real fun guy. Real fun.
Absolutely. So we're going to throw you guys over that, and we'll wrap you up at the end. That sounds dirty.
What?
We'll wrap them up at the end. Like,
oh, yeah. Well,
yeah.
We'll wrap you up. Stick around. We got you.
I'm not going to touch that. I appreciate you taking the time to sit with us. My co-host she had some stuff come up, so I'm not sure, to be honest, exactly where she is. But she was running around. She had some personal things pop up with family, so you might just be stuck with me today.
That's fine for me. That's perfect. And thank you, obviously, for hosting us.
Oh man, absolutely our pleasure. We're also going to be recording with David. The date escapes me. I think the 15th of next week. Yeah, the 15th of next week. So we'll be happy to chat with him about the game too. We're looking forward to it.
That's great, really. He has some experience with the game, as you saw probably on the trailer that we did. He's playing with his Nintendo Switch and a Steam Deck. It's so funny if you haven't seen it.
I was planning on asking that later on, but I guess we could hop right into that. Did you guys get to record with him? Like, what was that process? Because David is such a blast. He's in and out of his art persona.
He's so awesome. We love him. And obviously, apart from being on the game, we also, as you know, there is Selecta Vision and Selecta Play here. So Selecta Play it's like kind of a branch of Selecta Vision, the gaming branch.
Gotcha.
So and the Selecta Vision did distribute on cinemas here the second film and the third film. So we kind of have a good relationship with David and all the team of Terrifier in general. So we previously had contact with him. So when we started developing the game and everything, we thought that it would be such a great idea to communicate that the game is playable in consoles and all, like in a portable way. The game, like with the Steam Deck and the Nintendo Switch. So we thought that this was a good idea and a funny way to show people that the game can be played in a portable way, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
So the process was we pitched the idea to the producer that she's helping us with everything regarding the game.
Uh-huh.
Like she's like our bridge of contact between the Damien, David, and everyone on team and us, Selecta Play. So we pitched the idea to her, and she said that it was such a good idea to do that, and she was into the idea. So we just we bought some consoles and we shipped them to the studio, and
Uh-huh.
then that's the result that you see, that you saw.
Art flipping off the switch. Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
we have maybe it's like 10 minutes of what you see. Like you see maybe like 10 seconds of art, but we have like
Right.
10 minutes of different points of view of art playing. So it's very funny.
Of him just being an idiot with the switch. I love that so much. You
Yeah.
guys should release that at some point, somewhere, somehow. That'd be awesome to see.
That's a good idea, really. We have more. Obviously, we have some more images that will come
Right.
within the next weeks. You will know. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Perfect, perfect. And at Selecta Games, you guys have a bunch of titles. I mean, you've collabed with Dragon Ball Z, but you also have a lot of horror titles that I've noticed. Chainsaw Man, Blasphemous. You guys have a ton of stuff.
yeah.
What keeps tying you guys to horror gaming? Is it something you have a passion for? Because it's it's changing now, right? We see so much horror gaming content, but it's usually been a very niche market for games like that. But you guys seem to stick with it. Why is that?
Yeah, obviously everyone can feel that. Like here in the team, apart from Selecta Play, there's Selecta Vision, and actually Selecta Vision started. I think now it started at I think it was 1944,
Oh
1944,
wow.
distributing film titles and opera in VHS. It's called, I think,
Mm-hmm.
like, and uh, our boss walking through Los Angeles, he saw a poster of Killjoy, a film, very old film.
Okay. Yeah.
You may know it probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. And from that point, he started building a team and distributing horror films. And we have a lot of, like, we distributed a lot of horror films in a physical format and also in cinemas, such as, let's say, In a Violent Nature, the Halloween
Mm-hmm.
franchise, Terrifier 2 and 3, as I said before, Dangerous Animals this last summer.
Great movie, by the way.
Yeah, I loved it.
I like it a lot.
It was such a good movie.
And so many people I bring it up to, it's like, I need more people to see this movie.
Yeah, and I obviously I'm a big fan of horror films and slasher films, but there's something also with the shark films that I loved it as
Me
like
too.
maybe 47 meters below, I think it's called. That's
Yes.
another great film.
Yeah, I do love the shark films as well. My
Yeah.
co-host Rob, he goes a little extreme with it. He likes movies like Santa Jaws, Sharks of the Corn, stuff like that. But yeah, me and
Yeah.
you are on the same length with 47 meters, all those things. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, good to know that. Yeah, and yeah, I don't have my letterbox updated, but perhaps like a 60-70% would be this type of films. So yeah, big fan.
Nice, nice. It's great to hear when the creators like you guys are fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's funny because it's not a, like a must to enter to in Selecta Vision as a
Right.
employee, but definitely if you love horror films and if you love horror games, you have a positive point on your side.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so basically we did that. We started distributing a lot of horror films, apart from others, obviously, but this genre is a big part of us. And 5 years ago, we started with gaming development and distribution and publishing. And when we had some experience, we started bringing our ideology of liking horror games to this part of Selecta Play. So then we started having some horror games such as Luto that it was launched this summer, and now we have Terrifier coming.
Nice. Yeah, you have an incredible roster of horror games. So anyone who's into obviously arcade and art's such a pop culture icon at this point, but you guys have a lot of other stuff at Selecta Play that horror gaming fans can definitely get into. But you mentioned
Yeah.
Damien Leone earlier. What was it like collaborating with him on this process? Because Terrifier is obviously his baby, and it has been before we even knew about it. He was trying to get it made. He's very passionate, he's very particular, and rightfully so. So what was it like working with him and making ARTcade?
Yeah, like as I said, we had a relationship with him
Right.
thanks to the films. One of our main businesses is to trying to bring famous IPs to the gaming world.
Right.
So we had some experience with other big IPs, and as we had a relationship with Damien and Terrifier, we kind of pitched the idea of how we could bring Art the Clown to gaming. And we had some ideas. We had so much more like not that arcade, but more like horror game, third person. But
Okay.
we have one thing in common in Selecta Play, and is that we love like pixel games and like the pixel art and also the arcade. And seems like we talked to Damien, and he said also that he loved when he was young, like playing these arcade games. So we kind of decided that we wanted to make a pixeled art and a pixeled world into the gaming. So yeah, that's how we decided that it would be like this type of game, like retro arcade game. And Damien, obviously, he's been through the whole process of the development and also supervising. And obviously, you will somehow see it in the game. You'll see it. You'll see him.
Oh, that's awesome. And you see his presence playing the demo, which I love, by the way. I played that a bunch. You can see his presence even without seeing him, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like there was just such direction, and it seemed to hit so many tones that you can just tell he had his hand in there, and you guys collaborated perfectly for it, because the demo's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to play the actual game. Ran into my next question, though. You guys went with that retro style and the slide screening. You don't see that very often. You hit that 80s and 90s style perfectly, because growing up with that in horror, especially, that was so prevalent in that genre. With that 80s, 90s tone, how important was it to you to nail that perfectly?
We think it was we wanted and we needed to do that because there's a lot of our, let's say, clients or like consumers that so our main focus on our business is physical games, and physical games means kind of nostalgic, hitting that nostalgia. So it was very important to us to have this essence of 80s, 90s, and I think we have achieved that. But we will see in the full game release. But yeah, and also like everywhere where if you play the demo, you can see that those neighborhoods, everything kind of screams that nostalgia. I think
Yes.
you can sense that, as you said.
Yep. It definitely hit the notes, and it's just as soon as you get in there and start playing it, you're in the world. And you can only do that by nailing those vibes and hitting exactly the notes you're looking for. That 80s, 90s horror fan, they're a little critical, so if you don't get it right, they're going to let you know, and they're going to feel it. And you guys nailed it, and I can't wait for everybody to play it and see exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, it's not difficult, but we had a lot of brainstorming on how we could bring let's say, the violence and the goriness of the films to a pixelated world. It was funny to do brainstorming and have some ideas about how we could bring that to the game.
Nice. Were there any games that were kind of inspiration here? Because like we talked about, it's a very particular tone. Did you pull any inspiration from any other games?
Actually, not much. Ninja Turtles was an inspiration, like the side-scrolling pixel art. But there were not many games that we were based on. But because we wanted really to have another way of like showing the game.
Right.
And if you play it, you can see some funny executions with art,
Mm-hmm.
and you will see more in the full game.
Nice. And you know, I didn't even think of the Ninja Turtles, and I do remember playing that way back in the day, aging myself a little bit here. But yeah, I very much feel those tones, but it's very much its own thing at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
You mentioned the side scroller thing. There aren't many multiplayer side scrollers, and you guys have a co-op here. So how important was it for you guys to make sure that people get to play this with their friends? Because I'm notably, and anyone who listens to the show knows I'm very much a multiplayer guy, and I like playing things with other people. And that's huge for me. I mean, this is something I've already on the demo sat and like brain rotted by myself anyway. But bringing a friend in or multiple friends and being able to have that co-op experience, how important was that to you guys?
Very important, Mike. Actually, but I have to say that it's local co-op. It's not like online co-op. But
yes,
we wouldn't need to go back to what we said about nostalgia. Like back in the day, like when I was like younger, I used to play with my best friend in local co-op. Not even maybe like horror games, but I was playing Call of Duty Zombies with my best friend, but it was in a split screen. So that's kind of bringing that nostalgia back to the whole fans. And also, as you know, there are many characters in Terrifier, and we wanted to show them somehow and to make players be able to play those characters. So that's how we tried to bring multiplayer to the game.
Yeah, and it was a brilliant way to do it. I love it. What were the challenges too? Because you kind of touched on it earlier. Because you have the pixel art, and as retro as it is, and that nostalgia that's there, and how you just don't see it very much anymore, and it's like a breath of fresh air when you do. It also limits you somewhat with this, you know, certain things that you can do, and the brutality, the gore that Terrifier has become known for. I feel like you guys did a great job with it, but what were some of the challenges incorporating that into the game?
It was, let's say, it was a curious experience, Mike, because we had a lot of trouble with ratings, a lot.
Oh,
And like for example, SRB and Peggy, it was such a crazy adventure with a lot of censorships. For example, the
mhm.
PS5 version of the game, like a physical version, it will come with a sticker you can just take off, like the
Oh,
physical edition. Like it will come the physical edition, but you can just take off the sticker and you will see the everything as it should be, as you can see in the internet. But we had a lot of censorships during the development. There was, for example, some characters that you could just that they are not fighting you, but you can hit them, or you could just, for example, hit some animals, and now you can, or punch, and now you cannot do that because the ratings told us that this can be allowed somehow. So even if it's pixel art, there was a lot of
right.
censorship, and but at least we were able to still have the essence of art to the game.
Nice. Terrifier running into censorship issues. Couldn't imagine.
Yeah, basically.
It's cool that you guys, you know, try and push those boundaries too, because that's what Terrifier is all about, you know, is pushing those boundaries.
We definitely did, and fans will be grateful for that. Really, I hope. Really,
Yep.
I think they will love some actions that you can do in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I was going to ask you about, could we expect any Easter eggs from the movies into the game? But on your social medias, you guys have kind of showcased a couple of them already. I
Yeah,
seen on Twitter yesterday or sometime or other. What was that process like? We're making sure, because that really ties that experience in to fans of the movie and makes the game part of the movie in a way, you know what I mean? And what was it like getting those in there and making sure they were there for the fans and that whole process?
it's very funny, and you will players will not only be able to see or find Easter eggs of these films of the franchise, but they will also find Easter eggs from other films, like in general pop, like from the pop culture, and
Right.
that's something that we are very excited to see players find out. And obviously, as you saw, like not I think a couple of days back we showed some like the Easter egg of the milk and the cookies.
Yep.
Like it's a healing item, but there is much more stuff coming, and you will see, as I said, references from other films, references from Terrifier, and we are really, really, really excited about that.
I am too now. I didn't even think of that because obviously you guys are going to throw some stuff in there from Terrifier, like that's a given. But it makes total sense to throw because Terrifier and Art himself, they've become pop icons nowadays.
Exactly, it's a pop icon, definitely.
Yeah, that works it perfect. I cannot wait to see that. That sounds amazing. And the
Yeah.
collector's edition that you guys have, it's filled with a bunch of cool stuff, and we don't see that too often. I think really only you guys and like one other company, gaming company that I could think of off the top of my head, really put this much stuff for the fans to really be able to show off the game and a bunch of other things. Just for true fans of the movie, you get that memorabilia along with the game. What was that like making sure you guys had that? Because that's going the extra mile. You guys don't have to do that, and you did.
That's part of our. We love making physical editions, and we always, if we have the possibility, we always go, as you said, an extra mile, making our maximum efforts to bring what players want. And for example, the puke bag, it's just it's a funny item. It's something that it was given during the films for some people watching so it was a funny item.
Nice. It works perfectly with the horror genre, right? Because I mean, you could, yeah, other action and comedy, you can get certain things to certain way, but it doesn't quite hit the way it hits for horror fans to have something from their favorite movie. And that's something I've always admired Selecta Play for is you guys with your physical media, because physical media is so important and it's going away slowly. And I like that you guys are like me and so many other people where we're holding on to it and we're like, no, we want something we can touch. That's really
Yes.
important.
And something that we are very happy about is that in US, this physical edition was very, very well supported. Like a lot of fans bought the physical edition and they are keep buying it. And we hope that once the game is released, they will keep buying it. But we are very happy because we have very good numbers in US and in Spain also.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing, man. With physical media, horror fans will go for it, and I feel like that it's off that I don't know the numbers or anything, but it's got to be, if not the top, among the top of physical media, whether it be games, vinyls, movies, whatever we just really love that shit. Because you very easily could have been like, oh yeah, DLC, and just download it and whatever and save money, all these things that are positives, but you guys cared enough to go again that extra mile and make sure that we get something we can have physically and hold forever. And that's really important. I'm glad you guys value that.
Yes, yes, yes. And soon we will have something more to announce, I can say, on the
Nice.
23rd of this month of October. Everyone should stay tuned on in internet because we will have made like two major announcements regarding the game. And we
Nice.
are very excited for that day to come.
Nice, me too. And that is, I'm looking at a calendar real quick. That is the day that this comes out. So if you're listening to this on the day it comes out at Terrifier Game, at Selecta Play, INT, need to go check them out on Twitter and whatever's, any other socials they have. We'll put them all in the description. So, everyone has no excuse to not go find them. Your social medias too, by the way, are super fun. Like just so many cool things on there. So everybody needs to go check that out immediately, especially if you're listening to this day of, because you got to go see what's new. Is there any, Alex, plans for any post-launch content, an ARTcade 2? Do you guys have any hopes or visions for anything like that down the road?
There is nothing confirmed, Mike, but we are definitely working on some updates.
Okay.
Like We want to bring some stuff post-launch in the game that we will probably do, but also we want to keep more stuff going on with Terrifier. So yeah, there's ideas that we should work on.
Nice. And everybody listening to this, anybody who's horror gaming fans and can't wait for arcade, a lot of those things, post-launch stuff, a lot of that depends on how well the game does and all those things. So if you're listening to this and you want that stuff, you have to support the game, and that's how you make those things happen.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Mike.
The last thing that I had to mention, because you're a horror fan and because we're, especially when this comes out, we're going to be real close to Halloween. We're going to be a week away from or so from Halloween. Alex, could you give me some of just your go-to horror movies for specifically the Halloween season?
That's funny. Let me think about it. Like you said, horror or slashers?
Either one. Just something you like to throw on around the Halloween season.
Okay, yeah. Definitely, I would mention. Well, it's not like let's for now. I would say the last film I watched, like horror film, slasher film, it was the new I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Okay.
It's not my favorite film, but it came to my mind because it's the last one I watched.
Okay.
The film where I had more, it was more the one that it really scared me was Sinister, the first one, I think.
Okay.
That film is really, it's very scary for me. But then, let's say a slasher film in a violent nature is very different to the others, but I love it.
That's a very good one.
Like seeing that point of view, it's really good.
Yeah, In a Violent Eye. And, that's one you don't hear very often, too. Yeah, that's a really good one. I like that. And I also like, too, that Terrifier. Like, every year, like, I have these movies that kind of go into rotation that I have to watch around October. You have the Trick or Treats and obviously Halloween and all those things because they're based around here. But I love that Terrifier and even going forward in Terrifier 2, they kind of made their way into that on Halloween style movie.
Yeah.
Which you see attempted a lot, but they don't really blow up because it's kind of, cliche, like, oh, a horror movie on Halloween. But Terrifier did it, and Terrifier 2 repeated it, and they nailed it. And Terrifier 2 is in my rotation every year.
It's so fun. It's a very enjoyable film, like, because it kind of jumps back to the old way of, I don't know how to say it, but it's just funny to see how art behaves. It's very different from the other, let's say, enemies in the films.
Yeah. You see, he is such a destructive, evil motherfucker, but he's having so much fun. Like, it's almost like you cannot hate him no matter what brutal, vile thing he does. You have to love him. Like, look at him. He's adorable doing it.
And one other film that it's one of my favorites. It's not. It can be a horror film, but it's more like body horror. The Thing. It's so good for me. I love it.
The Thing is, again, my co-host Rob, who wasn't able to make it today, he is obsessed with that movie. So yeah, I wish he was here to have that conversation. He is a huge fan of The Thing, and it's an iconic film. You talk about effects and everything else. Yeah, that's a go-to.
And what about you?
What
3 films come to mind?
Around spooky season, I love to watch Trick or Treat. And that may be a little cliche too, but it's such. I just watched it recently. Haunt is another one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I really like watching Haunt around Halloween. And honestly, like, not even just because you're here, Alex, Terrifier 2. Like, I am, I annoy people with how much I love that movie. And it's like we talked about already. It's so much fun. You could just put it on and have it on, and you're bound to turn around for a funny moment, a gory moment. It's just got everything in it. Like that. Terrifier 2 is in my rotation. Maybe like a Friday the 13th or something. Like put on part 6.
Now that I was just listening to you and came up to me one more thing, because you said about like around spooky season, what can I recommend?
Mm-hmm.
If there are listeners that they haven't tried the found footage genre, it's like I like horror films, but the found footage of horror films are awesome. And for example, we have one here in Spain that is called Rec. That if for me, it's like the best found footage film that it's been released, also together with Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, Alex, I'm mad that we live so far apart. We have to have a beer or something, man, because that's another thing that I annoy the shit out of people. I talk about my co-host Rob. He gets aggravated with how much I like found footage.
It's awesome. They are awesome.
Found footage 3D is another good one that nobody talks about for some reason. But yeah, found footage is the way to go. I like that a lot.
Great. Good that you think like this. I would love to have some beer if I can go to the States.
Yeah, if I ever find myself in Spain, I'm calling you, and we're gonna sit and talk about some found footage movies.
Please, Mike, please do.
But Alex, it's been a pleasure. I know it's getting late over there. You've had a long day. I appreciate the hell out of you hopping on with us, dude. We love what you guys are doing at Selecta Play with this game and the Terrifier team and just everybody involved. From what I've played in the demo so far, you guys nailed it, and I can't wait to see what the full game looks like once it comes out. Let everybody know where they can get in touch with you or just Selecta in general, anything that you want people to go check out.
Yeah, we have like we have the profiles of in X, like Selecta Play and Selecta Play International. But if you're playing Terrifier, please tag us on our Terrifier, the arcade game account. We are checking everything that fans post about us, about the films, and also obviously the game. So these days that just around the launch and with the demo, please post us everything, feedback. We are 24/7 listening to the community, and if we can fix stuff and we can make the game better, we will. So yeah, just tag us on social media.
That's a beautiful thing to hear. That is awesome to hear that you guys listen and you take that in and you care, like that comes across just by looking at your page, let alone talking to you, Alex. So again, dude, I appreciate you so much for hopping on, man. I can't wait to see what you guys do.
Obviously, thank you very much, Mike, for having us. As you see, we love horror stuff, slasher stuff. So yeah, I'm really grateful that you invited us here.
I'm grateful that you're here, and the pleasure is all ours. And like I said, we appreciate you, and we'll be in touch, dude. We definitely can't wait to see what you guys have, and you'll be hearing from as soon as we get on there. You're gonna be seeing some clips from us.
Thank you very much, Mike. Really.
Thank you, Alex. Have a great rest of your day, man. I appreciate you.
Likewise. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'm so fucking hungry. I can't wait to do this interview and get some fucking food. I already told my kid, I'm like, dude, I know we went to the gym and all. It's counterproductive, but I burned 200 calories at the gym. I'm about to have 7,000 calories worth of McDonald's tonight. Just because it's quick, easy, cheap,
Quote unquote. You're getting it
delivered. Yeah. No, I'm going to go pick it up. I ordered it on the app and go pick it up. Yeah, I got that fucking membership thing through Uber Eats, but I'm thinking about canceling it because this shit's too expensive.
It's so expensive and it doesn't even
Stupid.
Help. Hey, there he is.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Doing good.
We were just complaining about the prices of food lately with like Uber Eats and delivery and all that crap.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I even had that moment on set for Terrifier 3. I had to order food one night, just DoorDash food. I just got a basic Baconator and Smolder or Fry combo from Wendy's, and it cost me over $30.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Please tell me you were dressed up as Art when you grabbed the food.
Oh, I should have.
From the DoorDash person.
That'd be hilarious.
I should have. Oh my god, that would have been great. You cost me over $30 for a stupid sandwich.
I'm scaring the shit out of you.
Yeah.
They got you guys DoorDashing your own food on those sets? They don't have craft services for you?
Oh, it's on my day off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was just sitting in the hotel, and there was nothing in walking distance. I was like, dang it, I got DoorDash food. And I had never DoorDashed myself before. So I was like, oh, my God, this is expensive. It's just all the fees they tack on there. It's just like, it costs more than the food itself.
There's so many.
Also, if you look in the app, like they charge more in the app than they do if you get it like at the store,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they charge like $1 or $2 more an item too. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
Capitalism, baby.
I had a bunch of bills come out recently, and I was like, you know what? I'll just get McDonald's. Like, I don't want to spend too much money. I looked at it, and it was like $40-something. I'm like, okay, I can't get McDonald's.
No, I know.
Fuck that.
You could go to a sit-down restaurant and have like better food for less.
Yeah, I did that last week for me and my kid. It was late. I didn't want to go out. He was hungry. I was like, fine, we'll get some McDonald's. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered it. It was for me and him. It was $60.
Jeez.
Oh,
Jeez.
And I'm just like, this is stupid.
we could eat
That's
gourmet
ridiculous.
right
Yeah,
now.
that was the whole point of fast food back in the day. It was supposed to be fast and cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
Anyway, we had our TED talk.
Yeah.
about it.
We sound like angry old people. Back in my day,
Old man shouting at clouds. Yeah.
I could get a Happy Meal for $1.99.
David, thank you so much for hopping on with us again, dude. We appreciate the hell out of it.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's always a treat when we get to talk to you.
Yeah.
We already spoke with, I guess we could start with this because we already spoke with the Selecta Play people about your upcoming arcade game.
Yeah.
That thing is super awesome. Like, that thing is so cool. When did you first hear about this going on? What do you think about it? That trailer that you made for them is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I first found out about it last year, really, when I was in Sitges, when we were doing a screening of Terrifier 3. And because they had the people that made the game there. I had heard inklings before from Damien that there was possibly a side-scroller beat 'em up, but I forget things. He tells me a lot of things, with all this merchandise and everything. So, but I was like, they showed me like the trailer that they had put together for it, and I was like, oh my god, this is like the old school beat 'em ups I used to play as a kid.
Yeah.
So I was so so psyched and stoked. I tried saying psyched and stoked at the same time. Stoked.
New
I
word.
was stoked.
That sounds dirty. Maybe we should stay away from that one.
Yikes. Better than poked.
Because last time we talked, we talked about video games, and that's kind of the type of game you were describing that you liked and was your sweet spot for gaming. When we spoke with them, they said that Damien was obviously heavily involved and all that, and you don't really see that too often in like a beat 'em up kind of, because they're pretty general, but Selecta got super in depth. They threw Easter eggs in there and all that stuff. Did you get to play the game yet? Because I know the demo's out, which I've had a blast with.
Yeah. I got to just play like the demo that they had. That's what they filmed me with, and I was having a blast playing that. I was like, this is so freaking sweet. I was like, it's just fun. I love the little finishers and stuff like that you can do as well. I only got to play as Art, so I didn't get to play as the other characters, but because they only gave me a certain amount of time to play while they were filming that, and I was like, I was mad that they made me stop playing because we had to go back to the con and everything, because I was doing that at the con. I was like, oh man, I want to sit here and play the rest.
It's a really good time, and there's a lot of stuff that isn't even available in the demo, which I was mad about. I'm like, damn it, I want to play this one,
I know.
But I told them too, because they were talking about when you were filming the trailer and you're like screaming at your Switch and all that stuff. It looked like a blast, and I told them, they said that the trailer was what it was, but they have like 20 minutes of you like screaming and throwing the Switch around. I told them they have to release that somewhere, right?
Yeah, I kind of go above and beyond for things. I like to give plenty of options. So yeah, there's definitely probably a lot of bonus footage from that.
When I seen you flip off a Nintendo Switch, I was like, God damn, I need this. This is awesome.
That was real too. I was getting my ass handed to me for a second there. I was like, oh man, come on.
I understand that frustration all too well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Playing video games with Rob, I get frustrated playing video games.
Oh yeah. I'm the consummate gamer. I just literally had to put down the game just to get on this, because I was like, I just started playing Ghost of Yote today, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be great.
There's so many options out now, and it's so awesome, and it's a great time to be a gamer. They did not share a release date with us for Arcade, but it is soon. So everybody listening to this, it's coming out soon, and everyone needs to keep an eye out for it, and the demo is out now. it works perfectly for Terrifier somehow. Like they nailed the aesthetic, that VHS grungy 90s 80s. It just works perfectly with you guys, and it was so cool to see that.
I agree. That's why I'm stoked about it, because I mean, like back when I was a kid, I would go to the arcade and play stuff like that, like Ninja Turtles or the Simpsons game or X-Men. I would play those things like all the time. My buddy and his dad would have custody of him every other weekend, so he would bring us to the arcade and we'd just get a big huge bag of quarters and just play those games all night. It was so much fun.
Yeah, that was the real gaming days. Like, I love what's going on now. Don't get me wrong, but there's something about going out and waiting. Sometimes you had to wait in line for the arcade machine that you wanted and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Beating the high score. Like, that was that kids can't even really get that true experience anymore.
No. And everybody would put their name in his ass,
Yeah. Yeah. Or DIK or something. Yeah. So,
yeah. Something like that. I still remember the day that I had the top score on the Ninja Turtle game at my arcade for a few weeks, and I was so proud.
And that was the thing too. You go back and check to make sure.
Yeah. It's like, did anybody beat me? I'm like, no, yay, good.
And like you said, they're all ass, so you had to remember your score and see which ass was yours on the.
No, that one, since I was number one, I did put my initials in because I was like, okay, this way I'll remember it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you and then a bunch of asses. That's true. Yeah.
Bunch of ass.
But Dave, speaking of gaming, you guys have Art the Clown coming out into Fortnite. Rumored, Fortnite and their release dates and everything. We don't know when we're actually getting it. Rumor is it's going to be next week, the day after this episode drop, or the day before, rather.
Oh, sweet.
But either way, Art the Clown is coming to Fortnite. This is the absolute last collaboration I ever thought would happen.
I didn't even know about this one. I was like, what? Because that was totally out of left field. I don't even play Fortnite because I'm not really big into the multiplayer games like that, because I always get my ass handed to me by a bunch of like teenagers, and it's embarrassing, and my ego just can't take that. So, but I know it's a huge game. I know a lot of people that play it. I've seen some videos of people playing as Ghostface recently on there. They're doing some funny things, like recreating like movie moments, or all of them get together. A bunch of Ghostfaces come in. They're like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Oh, that's great."
Well, I hope nobody's recreating Terrifier movie moments in Fortnite.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope
Imagine.
I'm the same as you, David, because I mean I play Fortnite, but I'm forced to play Fortnite. Cass here and a couple of our other friends, they make me play Fortnite. I am terrible. I yell all the time. It's a bad time to play Fortnite with me. But I fall in love with Fortnitemares every year. And this year is by far the biggest. I mean, they have Jason coming, and like you said, Ghostface is there. As players and fans of these games and these characters, we're like, holy shit, this is like the biggest thing. And then all of the sudden, hey, Art the Clown's coming too. Like it got bigger somehow. I don't know how involved you were. You said you found out late, but how do you feel about the line that this draws for you guys? Because you went from being like practically protested your movies, like so many people saying so many stupid things about them and hating on them, to now you are putting a kids game, like ultimately, like that line that you've drawn in the sand in media, that you as the whole Terrifier crew. What do you think about that? Because it says so much.
It's wild, because that's the thing. It's like we were never really supposed to be for kids, but you see so many kids that have glommed onto Art the Clown now. I mean, I see it at the conventions all the time, where like the parents are like, no, they haven't seen the movies at all, but they love Art the Clown. And it's kind of how it was when I was a kid with like Freddy Krueger. I mean, I had never seen the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, but I knew who Freddy was, and I was like, he's really freaking awesome and everything like that. And it's the same thing. There was a lot of Freddy Krueger merchandise out in like even shoe stores. I remember seeing Freddy Krueger merchandise at like Shoe Carnival when I was a kid. And so Freddy was everywhere. So it's reminding me of the same thing that's happening now. And it's like, Freddy was making appearances on Nickelodeon shows. I mean, definitely Freddy wasn't for kids either, but it's that same thing. Kids, especially our generation and before, they didn't care about, there was no big deal scaring the crap out of kids. It's like, yeah, that'll teach him. Learn through fear, So that's kind of how it is with this. I guess is that same generation that grew up on Freddy is now letting their kids see stuff like Terrifier. So it's become so much more mainstream in that way. I mean, you go into Spirit Halloween, they have Terrifier children's costumes and dog costumes. So it's kind of weird. So I guess it's okay that he's in Fortnite because you have also Jason in Fortnite, Ghostface in Fortnite. So it's just like he's just become part of the cultural zeitgeist now. So it's just like, yeah, people are like, okay, sure.
Yeah. We had that discussion on this show for the last couple of years, Mikey, about how mainstream is Art the Clown.
Yeah.
And if I go to Walmart now, there's a whole section of stuff, and a ton of it just Art the Clown horror stuff. The character is mainstream now. There's no doubt about it.
It's bizarre. It's very bizarre. It's like the amount of merchandise out there now in all these different stores, and now we have so many different lines of action figures. Because we got the Mesco figures that came out, the NECA figures that came out. We got the new Trick or Treat Studio figures that have just come out too. It's just like, and now we got new Funkos coming out too. It's like, holy crap.
Yeah. And it's wild for us as fans because, we grew up in the horror genre and we remember how, kind of taboo it was back in the day. But for you, like you guys, it's got to be like you were just sawing a woman in half a few years ago and people were screaming and losing their minds about it. Never did you think Funko and Fortnite and all these things would get involved.
Yeah.
Not just in half, but in half the long way.
Long
ways. The long way.
It gains style.
And it's funny you brought up Nightmare on Elm Street too, David, because I was just having that conversation. I don't remember with who the other day. And it was, that's exactly what you guys are doing all over again, because Freddy was on backpacks and lunchboxes and, a child murderer was on these things, but he was so cool that it was just okay. Like it would make money. So they did it. And that's the boundary that you're breaking, because a lot of people were mad about Nightmare on Elm Street too. Like, oh, how could you kill kids? And then you have that other side of it that's weird, Yeah. No one wanted that to cross over. And Terrifier was kind of like that. We were just talking. Who do we say that to, Rob? I think it was, we were talking to Mike P. Nelson with Silent Night, Deadly Night remake coming out. It's like,
oh, yeah.
Art the Clown just blew up children in a mall. Like, what do you guys do at this point, to kind of pass that? But you guys just keep pushing that bar.
Yeah.
But you're also at the same time showing everybody it's okay. It's fun. It's, these are movies.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing is we do have so much humor in our movies. There's always after basically every single violent, horrible kill, there's some kind of punchline at the end of it. And that way it's more of a thing. Yeah, look, guys, we're playing around here. We're not being uber serious about this. And I think that's why we get away with what we get away with.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A friend of mine was like, oh, I showed him Terrifier for the first time recently, the original. And he was like, yeah, I never got into him because of all these things that happened and that he did. And I'm like, yeah, but when you see it, you'll get it. Like, yeah, he's doing all this fucked up shit, but he's having the best time in the world. I can't explain it.
He really is.
Yeah. The best example of that to me is Terrifier 2 with the bedroom scene.
Yeah.
It's so over the top that it goes from being scary and horrifying to, by the time you come back with the bleach and the salt, it's just like, oh my God, it's like, it's funny. It's like he's still going.
Yeah. It's that morbid, dark humor, and it works, I guess.
Yeah.
And you threw gore in there.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, maybe the problem, quote unquote, but yeah, you guys, what you're doing is working, obviously. And it's beautiful to see it accepted at levels like Fortnite and Funko and all these things. The Fortnite collaboration I thought was fake. I was like, there's no fucking way.
I didn't even post until I saw a lot of people posting about it. I was like, this is probably fake, until Damien posted it. I'm like, okay, Damien posted it, it's real. Okay.
Shame on Damien too for not telling you about that beforehand. Also,
I think he just forgets at this point. He's also so like waist deep in writing part 4 right now. He's got so many other things on his mind. So he's like, yep. Oh yeah, that's happening. Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you,
Yeah.
Fortnite is collaborating with probably the biggest game out right now.
I'm like,
That's
great.
funny.
Now I'm just waiting for Mortal Kombat. That's what I really want one day is Mortal Kombat.
You said that before, so you're
Yeah.
still that's still your dream collab right there.
That's still my dream collaboration. I think that one makes the most sense.
Imagine that fatality.
Ooh, the kills.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, they could have so much fun. That's what I kind of wish they would do though, is make like just NetherRealm Studios should just do a video game, a fighting game with just horror characters, heroes and villains. But I
Ooh,
mean, that might be a nightmare when it comes to getting the
yeah.
rights and everything like that. But oh my god, because that way they could really flex their muscles and go crazy with the kills and stuff like that.
To be honest, Fortnite could do it.
Yeah.
Like right now, if they had a game mode, like that's the beauty of having all these characters. The possibilities are, and they
Mhm.
do have. I don't know how aware you are of it, David. You said you don't play, but they have like me and you could create like its own little game mode
Mhm.
within it. So yeah, like a horror Mortal Kombat, like Street Fighter style thing.
Yeah.
It could happen.
That's cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know they have so many different properties in Fortnite. It's just absolutely insane. I mean, Marvel and DC. It's just like holy crap, Disney, whatever. They got so many different mainstream, like properties in there.
Almost all of them.
Yeah.
Like they're running out of things in the world to collaborate with. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned all the merch and everything you guys going. You guys have a collab with WWE now.
Yeah, that's really wild. I didn't even know about that either. I was like, what?
It all started with Rhea Ripley, though, right? She was a huge
Yeah.
fan of you guys, and I seen
Yeah.
that you met her and everything. What was that like?
That was pretty cool. She is so sweet. She's so much different outside of the ring. She's very kind of shy in a lot of ways. So she's because we invited her to come up and watch me get into makeup and costume, and she was like, "Oh gosh, is that okay? Can I really come up? Can I talk while this is going?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." She is so sweet. She is just absolutely just a sweetheart. So I'm like, I know she really wants to be in part 4. So I imagine Damien's putting his creativity to good use for that. So I mean, to me that just makes perfect sense now at this point, since there's already that collaboration.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, she has a tattoo of you on her now. Like,
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Yeah, I think my girlfriend totally freaked out when she came over to meet me. I was like, holy crap! I think my girlfriend was freaking out more than I was freaking out. So
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
How does this make you feel, though, in the overall scope of it? Because you went from this little indie movie where you guys barely had enough money. You were trying to pull as many resources as you could to get things done because your money was so limited. You were just making this out of passion. And now you're collaborating with Fortnite, WWE, billion-dollar Funko,
Yeah.
Like, do you sit back and think about that ever?
I don't have time. I'm like on the road pretty much every single week right now, doing conventions or working on some project here or there. So I haven't really let that really sink in yet. It's very bizarre, very very bizarre. Just seeing in 10 years, where I mean like 10, because we started filming Terrifier 1 10 years ago. We were literally filming at this point. I'm like, today is like, Back to the Future Day. So, I mean, we were filming on Back to the Future Day because that was actually the day that Marty was supposed to go to the future. And I was wearing a Back to the Future shirt on set that day because I was like, yes, this is awesome. But beside the point, I mean, it's just weird to think that back then, that's when I was still waiting tables. No one knew anything about me. I had no idea if this thing was even going to get finished at that point. Yeah, because money was always an issue. I mean, we had to take a break at one point just so they could find more money so we could finish the movie. And I was freaking out then. I was like, oh my God, we got to do this thing with this could be something one day. So like, we got to finish this movie. And so it's bizarre to in just the span of a decade to see how far this has come. It's just absolutely mind blowing. I haven't really had a chance to really wrap my mind around all of that. Just like it's the most bizarre thing just for me to go to conventions and find out all these big huge celebrities are fans of Terrifier, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I've had so many different people reaching out, like big name people reaching out saying they want to be a part of Terrifier, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
I was
That's
like, you know
awesome.
who we are? This is insane.
It's wild that you still think that way at this point.
Yeah. I'm just a big geek. I freak out over that kind of stuff. It's bizarre. I mean, this past weekend I got to meet the cast from One Piece from the live action, and it was just like I was very shy about going over to them, but I just like, oh, what the hell? I'll go over and say hi, and they all like freaked out more about me than I did them, and I was like, holy shit. Guys, no, I'm a huge fan of you guys. I love you guys. And like, I want to be on the show.
That's
So
so awesome.
it's so bizarre. They had because it was at GalaxyCon in St. Louis, so they had a whole smattering of people there. So it was, they had some of the cast from K-pop Demon Hunters there, which I'm thrilled for them right now. They're kind of experiencing the same thing we've gone through, where there's this big huge explosion of fame and notoriety, and it's like, I mean, they just like, I think they went platinum on their album recently, which is insane.
That
But
never happens
so
anymore.
no, especially for something that was on Netflix is like that. That's absolutely insane. It wasn't even originally going to be on Netflix. It's like, no, that for, I don't know if you've heard the whole story of that thing, but it was being, bounced around for years and no one was wanting a piece of it. That everyone's like, this looks kind of weird, but and Netflix took a chance on it. So it's like, it's just like Terrifier. It's one of those things that no one wanted at first, and then something like Netflix puts it on, and all of a sudden everybody's like, holy crap, what is this? And that kind of shows you how the studios are right now. They base so many things on algorithms. They don't know what people really want. They're so used to computers telling them what people want, but they're not actually going to real people and seeing what people actually want. And I think that's one of the things that's been hurting the industry in so many ways, that they've forgotten to like actually just go to the people. Find out what the people want and just stop using algorithms, because the algorithms are wrong.
100%. And that pisses me off so much, that you see that so much in so many things, and it's made its way into film for a while now. And you see all these huge amounts of money going into these huge projects, and they come out and they don't do well. And it's like, but you're not actually looking at, like, you're looking at numbers, which don't tell you anything. Go to a festival, go to a screening of something, listen to people who actually love these things. Sit on certain parts of social media. But, really dive into what people want. I say that about Megan 2.0 a lot. I went to an early screening of that for Universal, and like, it was a good movie, but
it was fun.
It seemed very, algorithm-y. Like, this is what people want. This is like TikTok or whatever they were going for, and it missed.
So, which is weird.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We see those stories all the time too, of nobody wanted this. It was hard to find somebody who would put it on. I mean, Sinners had the same sort of problem. It was kind of bounced around a little bit. People didn't want to take a chance on it, and it came out and it was fantastic, and it was original. And I mean, I only want to see. There are only so many superhero movies I can take in. So some of these studios have got to figure that out, I guess, and start putting money behind projects like that, because when they do, more often than not, they're successful.
Oh, exactly. I mean, I look at Sinners. That's a great example. I'm like, Sinners to me is probably my favorite movie of the year so far. I was like that. I was blown away by that movie. And I'm so glad someone took a chance on it and put it out there, because wow, it's a good movie.
What do you guys do, Dave, internally with these Terrifier films? Like, I know that this probably could be more of a Damien question, but what do you guys do internally to keep your finger on the pulse of the horror fan? Because you seem like this is important to you. I'm sure it's important to the whole team, really getting that vibe of what people want. What do you guys do internally to gauge that?
Well, I know Damien pays attention to, like, the comments that people make, like the reviews and stuff like that, and the feedback. So both the negative and the positive, because I think he and I both believe there's something to be learned from both.
Absolutely.
But I think ultimately we just make a movie that we want to see. So that's the thing. We just do what we want to do. We don't have that's the thing. We don't have a studio over us telling us you can't do this.
Yeah.
And that happened when we after part 2 came out, when we were looking for funding for part 3, we had all the studios coming at us, and they were all wanting a piece of the pie, but they were all wanting to change so many things. There's some of them that wanted to do a full reboot, just start from scratch, not even call it Terrifier, and like just change everything. And I'm like, no, obviously this works. So why change it? If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah,
and
I don't get it.
and that's the thing. It's like they were all like, "Hey, let's do this, but we got to change this." And I'm like, I mean, they wouldn't have let us do just that opening scene with the family being killed. And that's so many people's favorite parts of the movie. They just, I think it's such a strong opening, and no one have let us do that. Like killing a child with an axe. It's just like, I mean, though you don't see it, you see the aftermath of it. And it's implied another child dies, and the studios wouldn't have allowed us to do that, but we did it. We're like, screw it, we'll just do it ourselves, and let our work speak for itself. If people like it, okay, great. If they don't, oh well, we took a shot.
Yeah, it seems like with the track record that you guys have with these movies, they would be smart enough to just give you the money and go away and let you do your thing and come back, right? I mean,
honestly,
you think?
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah, but they'll put like $200 million into a cookie cutter superhero movie because all the algorithms say it's safe.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. It's not like back in the 80s and before, where I especially look at the 80s and 70s and 80s was such a prime time for movies, because at that time movies didn't cost like $200 million plus to make. They could make a good movie for just a handful of $1 million. And because of that, but they would make a huge profit afterwards. And because of that, they were less risk averse back then, because they're like, yeah, okay, so we made this movie for about $1 million. If it works, great. If it doesn't, oh well. But people were taking more chances because of that, and more movies were being made at that point. I mean, you look at just the movies that came out in the 80s, not just in horror but just in general. There were so many experimental, crazy, different types of movies, and so many were so good, and they weren't made for hundreds of millions of dollars, just made for a handful of millions, but they made hundreds of millions of dollars. And that was the key. It's like now movies gotten so expensive to make, especially all the CG and stuff like that. It's just like, I think that's what's been destroying the industry in so many ways. And because of that, with movies costing so much, they don't want to take those risks like they used to. They want to say, okay, this is safe. We can make this type of movie because the algorithms say this is what will put butts in a seat. We got to get these big name stars, and we got to do the same kind of thing over and over again because it's safe. But that's how it goes, and they think that's what works. But it's kind of showing that it doesn't work. I mean, I look even at animated Disney films now. It's like I grew up in the 80s with the great, and especially during the great Disney Renaissance of the 90s. It's like back then they didn't rely on, except for Aladdin, they didn't rely on celebrity talent to sell the movie.
It's true.
The movies just sold themselves because the product quality was so good. And now it's the opposite. They rely on just putting big name celebrities in for all the voices for these characters. Oh, so such and such and so is this movie. So that's what's going to get butts in the seat, and that's not always the case.
Yeah. And you ever see the behind the scenes pictures of like one of those Marvel movies or something? It's literally just somebody in front of a green screen. Like there's nothing there. It's so weird.
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of sad. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, it's not like back in the day when they built huge giant sets.
Yeah.
And you actually interact. I mean, I look at Indiana Jones when he falls into the pit, and he's got all those snakes around him. They really had snakes all around him. Granted, they had plexiglass there, but they actually had snakes. They didn't have to do that with CG.
Yeah. Well, you actors put up with a lot of stuff. I wouldn't go near those snakes.
Yeah.
There's no, plexiglass or not, I'm not going near them. There's no way.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like there was more believability back then.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They look like snakes because they are snakes.
Yeah, I think that's part of it with all the CG now. There's that mental disconnect there where you're like, yeah, I know this is fake, so I'm not enjoying it as much.
Yeah, and we talked about it last time we had you on, David, where you guys have started and where you guys have come, and for people to want to change, there's nothing. Well, I mean, I guess there's a lot of shit out there now trying to do what you guys do, but like it's not. You guys started this kind of this trend of what you're doing, and you were so different. And for anyone to try and change that, it's like, well, you're just going to make like everything else. What's the point? It's not going to be special anymore. And you guys believed in what you were doing. You and Damien and all you guys just said, no, fuck that. We're not going to sell out to that type of machine and compromise our vision. And it's paying off. Like we said, look at what you guys are collaborating with. Like, it's paying off more than you could have probably ever imagined, even with a big company behind you.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, I think I hate to sound egotistical, but I feel like our films
you earn that
are helping change things right now in the industry too. Yes. I mean, I look at just 100%. This year alone with horror films. There have been so many great horror films that have come out. Like people are getting back into the gore again. They're getting back into the fun campiness again, and it's been a great year just for horror films alone. I think the horror films this year have saved the movie industry.
Yeah, they're been
absolutely.
And we've even had prominent horror directors thank us for what we did, because now they have clout to go to the studios and say, "Hey, man, Terrifier's done their own thing. Look how successful they." I mean, we broke a world record for unrated film. We were the highest grossing unrated film of all time by a large margin.
Oh
yeah. And so I'm like, look what we've done. We did this on our own we just did our thing. We didn't worry about the ratings boards or anything like that. We released it unrated and we turned a huge profit. And now all these other directors have clout. They can go to the studio and say, look, these guys did it. Let me do the same. Let me put my stink on it. Don't interfere. And you'll get something good out of it.
Right. And another sign that there's a movement, people coming to horror, are that you're seeing people like with Sinners, Ryan Coogler. He's not a horror director, but he wanted to get that movie made. He wanted to dip his toe into the horror waters also. So you're seeing talent go the other way and come to the genre. Whereas in the past, it's always been sort of a place people started and then left.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy how that is. It's just like horror used to be the genre people were kind of like, yeah, that's not a real movie.
Absolutely.
And it's gone the different route now. It's been the genres that's been saving the movies.
Yeah. And you absolutely boast about it, dude, because you guys earned that. And you did do that. I mean, guests that we've had on, like Adam Green not too long ago, who, he has his own iconic franchise with Hatchet and like all these other things. He glowed about what you guys have done and the doors you've opened.
Yeah. Adam's such a cool dude too. I love Adam. He's such a great dude.
He is. And even down the line to like Bambi the Reckoning and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yeah.
These movies probably are not in theaters if it wasn't for you guys and what you did. Bottom line.
It's true. It's true. And they're fun movies. That's the thing. It's like I some people are like, oh, with these like public domain property movies that people are starting to make now, people are like, now I'm like, no, there's something fun about it. It's fun and campy. I mean, I've done 2 of them myself. I did, Screamboat and I did The Mean One. And there's a fun campiness to it. And it's like, we're just having fun. And that's how it is with the Popeye the Slayer Man and Blood and Honey and all that kind of stuff. It's just turn off your brain and just have fun. Go creative, go wild.
Yeah. And even if, like, I've been on record of, like, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, like, those movies aren't for me. I don't like them. But I can still sit there and go, okay, these guys are still fighting that fight to get horror into theaters. And, like, I can appreciate that. You have to, even if it's not for you, and if you love the genre, you have to acknowledge what these movies are doing. And that if you can at least take that from them, and most horror fans, I think, do. Terrifier too. Like there's a bunch of people I know who just hate the Terrifier movies, but they can at least sit there and go, you know what? They're still doing something great. They're still doing what they believe in, and they're opening doors. Like that. That's more important, I think, in like that indie, unrated genre that we need to start coming back into the frame of things here.
Yeah. It's It's an interesting time in the industry right now, post strike especially, and with all this AI bullshit and everything. I'm so glad to see the studios and the unions all banding together against the AI bullshit. Now was announced that whether it's like this AI actress that agents are trying to sign, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like anybody that's would work with those agents should be blackballed from the industry, because you're taking jobs away from actual human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the practical effects that you got, especially Terrifier, but you could point to that with Winnie the Pooh and Bambi the Reckoning and Screamboat as well. People who aren't horror fans may kind of snub their nose at it. Dude, that's art. That shit. Try and make a head look like it's been torn apart. See, tell me what it looks like. That shit's not easy to do.
No, it's not. I know that firsthand. It's like, and I have a whole new appreciation for all that now. When I watch other movies, like, oh, that's not good, or like, oh, that's really, especially blood effects. I've seen some movies recently, like, oh, that blood is way too pink.
I'm the same way. I'm 100% the same way when I watch horror movies.
Rob makes fun of me and Cass for that.
color. Yeah, I'm so picky about the color of blood. It's not even funny.
Yeah, these two.
But it's real.
These two go on and on and on about the color of the blood, and I'm just like, who cares? Let it be. It's fine.
But it's true, though. It's not easy to do.
Well, we know what it's supposed to be.
He's a hater, David. Don't mind him.
It's all good.
He's a Halloween Ends fan. What could we expect from somebody? You know what I mean?
It's the fourth best in the franchise, and I stand by it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, bless his heart.
But David, another thing that you guys were involved in, we were talking about like Fortnite Mares is the biggest it's ever been. Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh my God, yeah.
Came with some shit this year. Good God.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, and you guys were a huge part of it. You guys went down there. You all look great. It was so cool to see you guys there. And next to a property like Jason Voorhees, what was that experience like?
That was awesome. That was what was kind of crazy, was doing the whole opening night and having our whole entire crew there for that. I mean, we had like an army. It felt like. But, because they had Jason, they had Poltergeist, they had Five Nights at Freddy's, they had Fallout there. It's just like, and to see that, and yet here Terrifier has the longest line. I'm like, that's insane to me. Like, there was at least a 4-hour wait the night we were there for Terrifier alone. I'm like, that's insanity.
Yeah.
Like, all the others are big, huge studio productions, and here we are, this little independent thing, and here we are, boom, holding our own. I mean, I never imagined I would see my face all over Universal Studios. That was a very surreal thing.
Did you see any of the people playing Art the Clown at the park and just in your mind critique their performance? Like, that guy's terrible, or that guy's kind of got it. Like,
oh yeah, I have done that. I've done that. I actually, when I did a con down in Long Beach, some of the arts had just gotten cast, and so they came up to me at my booth and asked for some tips, and so I gave them a little crash course, because all they had been doing is just watching my videos and seeing what I was doing, but I gave him a little bit more into his body language and how I approach things with him. And they've taken it to heart, but I still see little things that they do. I'm like, yeah, that's obviously not me. Like I'll see them grab a hold of the hat and do the tip of the hat that way. I always grab the brim of the hat. It is those little things I notice. So I'm like, oh, but it's good, but almost there, almost. But they've been doing a great job, and I've loved it too, seeing this, because they've never done that with one of the house characters before, going around the park and just messing with people. And I think that's such a cool idea, because I've always loved the videos every year recently where they have the Grinch doing things during Christmas time, and just all the different videos people have posted the Grinch just messing around with people. I'm like, this is fantastic. But now Art's doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of jealous that I'm not the one going around and doing that, because I would have a blast doing it. They've invited me to come. I just don't have the time to do it right now.
Yeah.
But I would totally do it.
I saw a video, I believe it was on Instagram, of like, there's an 18-year-old kid who's like autistic or something.
Yes, Thomas.
He was,
Thomas
that's the guy.
Magic with Thomas, yes.
He was so happy to see Art, and it was amazing to watch. Yeah.
I love his videos. He goes to the parks all the time, and he interacts with all the the costume people, and I just love that. So that I've been watching his videos for a few years now, and that just made me so happy to see him doing that. I wish it had been me in costume, because I would have loved to have interacted with him, but that made me so happy. And those kind of videos have been going out. I mean, even Terry Crews's daughter put a video out of Art the Clown messing around with Terry Crews at this.
Oh, I saw that. He had like the organs around his neck. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, this is fantastic, because I'm a huge Terry Crews fan. I think the man's hysterical. And I'm like, oh my God. And so my girlfriend even reached out to his daughter and was like, hey, my boyfriend's a huge fan of your dad. And I'm like, oh, and she's like, oh my God, we're fans too. I'm like, my God, Terry Crews knows who I am.
Also,
So cool.
a weird middle school connection. My boyfriend's a fan of your dad.
Yeah. It's so weird. It's so weird. I love it. But it's just, but it's those little videos have just made me so happy, because it's getting Art out to a wider audience too, because people just see these videos of Art just messing around with people in the parks, and it's, they're getting millions upon millions of views all over TikTok and Instagram, and it just helps sell the franchise even more. So it's really exciting to see happen.
Well, it was actually really funny because I got the opportunity to go to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. I have a friend that lives down there, and she wanted to bring her son. Her son is 6 years old and a huge, like, he's a crazy Art the Clown fan.
Mm-hmm.
And his mission that night was to find Art in Universal and give him the sunflower glasses. That was his only mission. He wanted to do the Terrifier house and the FNAF house. We didn't bring him into the Terrifier house because it's a little too young for that, being 6 years old. But it was just really funny because that was his mission the entire night, is to find Art the Clown and give him the sunflower glasses. We never ended up seeing him that night, unfortunately, but a couple nights after that, we ran into him DJing at one of the scare zones. He was DJing to K-pop Demon Hunters, which was a funny thing to witness.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
But they're doing a great job. And the Terrifier house was, because I like I said, I went to the one in Orlando. My favorite house of the night. It was so good. The bathroom scene smelled so bad. But yeah, it was incredible. Have you had a chance to go to Orlando yet? Because I know you went to.
I haven't. I'm doing that on the last night. I'm because I'm going to be down there for Spooky Empire.
Oh,
so
perfect.
I've got it worked out so I can go there on the final night of Halloween Horror Nights on the 2nd, because I figured that's a cool way to, like, I open it here in LA and I get to close it there in Orlando.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. You have to do the blood path. You have to.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, it's so good. It's such a cool. I didn't realize that they didn't do it in, like, at both coasts. They just did it in Orlando.
Well, yeah, they're different houses.
Yeah, they're a little bit different, and it's really, really cool. When I see people going down the dry path, I'm like, why? Like, you're in the Terrifier house. Like, you have to go down the blood path. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
No, I told you, I'm going down the dry path. I'm not walking around wet all night.
It's like, come on. I think my girlfriend's even going to try to buy us ponchos just in case.
Maybe if I had a poncho.
It's like a light shower.
Because I hear the first night it flooded.
I did have one question for you, because of on the topic of, like, all the different roaming arts that we've seen in the parks and stuff. We've seen, Santa art, bloody art, regular art with the sunflower glasses. What version of art was your favorite to portray in the films? Like, just, getting in that role.
I think Santa art was fun for me.
Yeah.
Really?
I really think that's a lot. I love Christmas horror films anyway. And plus, I was more comfortable in that costume. It was very, very warm, and we usually film in the winter, so I was much warmer for once. And it's very comfortable. It has the materials made out of is the fluffiest, softest stuff. So it's like I just love that. The beard and the hair got a little annoying at times, but I think it's a cool look for the character too.
It is. It really is.
I had a lot of fun with that version of him.
I have a follow-up question that's along those lines, David. What was, and this might be hard, I don't know, but what was so far, as Art the Clown, your favorite kill to perform?
Mine was the Santa Claus kill in part 3, because that's my favorite scene I filmed in all the movies anyway, because one, I just got to do my thing with comedy in that scene and just go wild. Damon gave me so much freedom. But two, is like I got to work with these actors I have watched my whole entire life, like Clint Howard, Bradley Stryker, and Danny Roebuck. Especially Danny and I had so much fun, especially with the torture scene. Danny was just throwing me so much comedy gold. He was just making up so much great stuff that I could just play off of, and I was just having a blast. But I love that kill because that to me is an iconic, true to Art the Clown type of kill, because it's gory and horrible and sadistic, but also funny and creative at the same time. I mean, he turns Santa Claus into a human snowman, and we were actually going to take it further, but we literally ran out of time. I was going to also take some coal out, light it on fire, kind of juggle it around in my hands like it's really hot, and then shove it into his eyeballs.
Holy shit.
Yeah, in addition to the carrot in the nose. But we ran out of time, unfortunately, for that. But I love that kill. I love that kill. I wish we could have had one more day so we could have just done the eyeball gag. But, that's how it goes.
It went so far already, though. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, you should have seen the whole original ending we had for the whole family scene at the end. Was much, much darker in the original script. We just didn't have time to film it all, so we had to like half the scene. There was so much more sadistic shit I was doing to Gabby, especially, and it's just horrible, dark. I mean, you think it was already dark. It went to a whole different place of just horribleness, and I don't want to say what it was because I don't know what's going to be in part 4 yet, and I don't want to possibly ruin things, but Art did some really fucked up things in that scene. Art and Vicky both are just horrible.
I was going to ask that, like, what happens then? I'm glad you said that, because what happens with that stuff?
Yeah.
How do you waste it? Like, hopefully we do get to see that in the next film or wherever else. Yeah.
That's the thing. We just like, well, maybe we can put this in part whatever, That's usually our thing is like,
You ever read these things on the page and just go, oh, no, we can't do that. That's too far.
And the only time I've ever kind of gone, that's not something we would do, is anything comes to like sexual in nature. Because I don't view Art as a sexual creature. He would never rape anybody or anything like that, because that's just beneath him to do. That's something he's just not interested in at all. But other than that, pretty much nothing else has fazed me. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty dark, but yeah, that's something Art would do. But nothing sexual, especially rape. Definitely no rape.
Yeah,
that's a good rule.
Absolutely. Yeah. It'll take everything fun that you guys have created and kind of, absolutely. I agree with that.
I mean, he might chop off some guy's dick or something like that, but
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah. He'd never sodomize them with it or something like that. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, cutting off dicks is fine. You could do that as much as you want.
Yeah, totally fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You do have some other stuff coming up, though, David. And, like, obviously it's not out yet. So some interesting roles that I see that you have coming up. Stream 2, you did Stream 1. You guys, the cast that you had for Stream 1 was like the Expendables of horror, practically.
Yeah.
Are you excited about Stream 2? What was your thoughts on the outcome of the first one? Because I thought that was a super fun movie.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited to see what we're going to do with part 2. I know some things, and there's some great concepts that they have in store. They're writing it right now, so I'm very interested to see where that's going to go. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I'm very interested in it as well. You also have something called The Dead Place, and this, like, I read the description of it. This was my first time hearing about it. Troubled high school senior suffers from various of malevolent, I can't say that word apparently, spirits who haunting intensifies amidst an onslaught of bullying. There's possession involved here. Are you excited about this project? Because it sounds fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, that should be fun. It's I had a lot of fun filming that. I actually talk for once too, so that's going to be interesting.
There you go.
I finally get to talk.
And does that piss you off? Because I mean, you got Screamboat, it was more like animated of a dialogue thing. Does that make you mad that you don't get to say anything in these movies mostly?
Sometimes. I mean, it is kind of nice not having to memorize lines, so I can't argue with you there. But I'm like, I have gotten a lot of, like, I've seen comments in the past where people are like, oh well, he's not a real actor, he never talks in anything, and I'm like, no. I mean, it's actually harder to act without words. It's like you have to, you have to come up with this stuff your own, as opposed to it all being written there for you to say and all that kind of stuff, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm like, I was a stage actor for about 30 years of my life. So I'm like, yeah, I can talk. It's just I'm known for being good at physical comedy or physical acting. So it's kind of like Doug Jones. It's like, yeah, or Andy Serkis. They're great physical actors, but it's like, especially Doug, so many of his characters have been more silent characters.
And you still have to get everything across to the viewer.
Yeah.
Even though you don't talk. Like, that doesn't mean you don't have to do those things. You just have to do it without talking. Yeah, like you said, that's got to be a very difficult to
It's
portray.
definitely a challenge. It's definitely a challenge because that's purely on the actor to come up with.
Yeah.
It's definitely difficult to do, but it's like it's something that comes to me naturally. So I guess I'm lucky in that department. But yeah. But it's I'm definitely wanting to do more talky type of roles, because I do enjoy a good villain's monologue here and there.
Well, you do a really good Joker.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I've seen videos and it's impressive.
We've been winning a shit ton of not fan films, but like film festivals for Joker's Wild. I've lost count how many we've won now, and it's absolutely insane. So I'm like, I guess that says something about the performance and what we did with the characters. So I'm like, oh, good. It seems like different audiences like that version of the Joker. So I'm like, I'm hoping maybe DC's paying attention to that and
hell yeah,
give me a chance to actually bring that character to life in a bigger way.
Yeah, that was another thing I was going to bring up. I mean, because it kind of ties back to you in several ways, right? Because Terrifier 3, I think it was or 2 was out. One of them were out the same time as the Joker film, and you guys crushed it.
Part three, yeah. We knocked it out of the top slot in the box office in our first week in theaters. We kicked its ass. I'm like, well, I did not expect that.
Yeah, and limited release and all that shit. That's absolutely fucking crazy. And I've seen once that, all that commentary was going around about that you had played Joker in the past.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. I played him on a YouTube series, fan film we did years ago called Nightwing Escalation. I did that. I actually got cast as Joker in that and Art the Clown in the same week.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was kind of a surreal moment.
Well, DC, pay attention is right, because that's very. Some things are too ironic to be ironic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be a full circle moment.
It's just that character's in my blood. He's my favorite villain of all time, and it's like I know a lot of other actors want to play him because it's just another notch in the belt for him. But like to me, that is my dream role. That's a character I truly love and appreciate, and I want to do him justice and bring him to life in the right way, make him a comic accurate version of the character where he's scary and funny at the same time.
Dude, I want to see that so bad. And I'm a DC fan over Marvel, like by miles and miles and miles. Mm-hmm. And it breaks my heart to see DC not where it should be.
Yeah, but
damn, do they need that?
I have a lot of faith in James Gunn right now. I'm looking at what he's doing right now, and because James you can tell he's a true comic book fan.
Yes.
It just, you look at the love that was put into Superman and also Peacemaker recently, and like, oh my god. Plus I got to say how prescient he has been with his work with even Creature Commandos. Superman and Peacemaker have been so prescient about modern news events, and he wrote these things a year or so ago before anything happened. I'm like, my God, this his finger is on the pulse right now. And I want to work with him in that regard alone, because I'm like, I love what he's doing, but I'm like, I feel like he's the type of person I could sit down with. I'm like, okay, let's do this character right. Let's truly do this character justice, bring him to life. Let's bring that character like from the comic book, the purple suit, just doing what he does in the comics, bring that to life and have fun with him and like make him the Loki of the DC universe in a way.
Yeah, dude, I need that so bad. I never thought of it. Like, Joker's Wild was awesome and everything, but I didn't know you had so much passion for a feature with that
Oh yeah.
character.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it, and it's like I don't want to just be one film. I want to have my time to really expand and play with that character because there's so much history with him and Batman, but with all these other Marvel characters, I would love to see him and Lex teaming up and also clashing with each other. Just like there's so much you can do with him, and even now that they have brought Salvation into the DC universe, that was a big, huge arc in the comics with between him and Lex Luthor, just fighting over salvation, over control and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, there's so much with this character you can do. It's just like the possibilities are endless. And like, yeah, you can really have a lot of fun with that character because he's not going to be one of those overpowered supervillains like Darkseid or Thanos or something like that. He's just a guy, but he's so scary in that way that he's just a guy and he's able to actually match Batman.
Yeah.
And put him to it. It's like even Superman, he can stand up to Superman in ways.
Man, now you got me wanting this, and son of a bitch. James Gunn, do this, please. Somebody tag James Gunn in something. Yeah, absolutely.
I think it would be fun because he's all about psychologically just messing with people. And it's like that, a great villain. It's like, oh my God, to do some fun things with him.
And who better than you?
I know. Come on.
Honestly, who better than you?
Me and Coach.
And the last thing, I mean, you have some other stuff coming up too, but you have a bunch of stuff that you're working on. Like you said, you're fucking busy, dude. But obviously the biggest thing is Terrifier 4. You said it's still being written. It's highly anticipated. This is the finale, it's been called, of the Terrifier franchise. Are you excited, nervous? Like, what is your headspace going in, and how excited are you for what you know is coming that we have no idea?
Yeah, I'm very excited. But I don't know a whole lot because this time around, Damien has been keeping everything very close to his vest about what's happening in the script. Like Lauren and Samantha and I, in the past when he's been writing the other scripts, he's been consulting us the whole entire time, running ideas by us. This time he's been just pretty much silent. He's just told us, "Oh yeah, you're gonna love the origin story, Dave. You're gonna love how we do it," and that's. And he said also, the finale is batshit insane. You're gonna have a lot of fun with that. So I'm like, but other than that, I don't know. But that makes me excited. I'm like, but is this going to be the true finale? I don't know. I feel like this might be the finale of this story arc that he's going with for right now, and might give it a rest for a few years and might return later on to it. I have no idea, but I'm excited nonetheless.
Nice. That's good to hear because he's had this story in his mind since, All Hallows Eve, this character. And it's good to hear that he's just kind of in the lab. He knows what he's doing and he's just working on it. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I have so much faith in him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to see what he comes up with and what you guys come up with all together once you get to filming it. That is fucking amazing.
Thank you.
David, is there, I think we hit on everything. I mean, you guys have so much going on. Fortnite, Halloween Horror Nights. Do you still, this is something, the last thing I had to ask you actually, because our listeners will crucify us if we didn't bring it up. Do you still have hope for Art the Clown going into Dead by Daylight? Is that still something that you want to see?
Oh, definitely. I mean, that just makes sense to me. That's a logical progression with the character, especially with that, that game series. I mean, that only makes sense. So I have a feeling it will happen eventually.
I hope so. Yeah. Being so close to behavior and everything like we are, like we see a lot of it. And the two names that come up, which again is crazy that you guys have rose to this level of horror infamy, is Jason and Art the Clown. Those are the two. Yeah. That's it. That's all you see anymore.
Yeah. And the Jason thing has been because, that franchise has just been in limbo for so long.
Yeah.
Legal limbo.
It's moving, though.
Yeah, thankfully. Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, it's moving, though. But, David, thank you so much, dude, for hopping on with us again, man. It's always a pleasure when we get to talk to you, dude.
It was a lot of fun chatting.
And you didn't yell at Rob this time, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I gotta bless his heart. I know what that means. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
let everybody know you're a pain in the ass, Rob. You let everybody know where they can get in touch with you, man. What, anything else that you want people to know, whatever you got.
Yeah, sure. I want to let you know I'm filming a new movie next month called The Autopsy of Albert Kemper. I can't tell you
Okay.
much more than that, but I play the title character in it, so it's going to be
Ooh.
an interesting thing. I'm going to be wearing a lot of prosthetics, I hear, in that, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, so
Oh,
I'm excited about that, and yeah. But you can find me on Instagram and Facebook under David Howard Thornton, and yeah, that's about it.
nice, nice. The last thing I had to say to you is we have a listener named Amber.
Mm-hmm.
All she wanted us to tell you was how much she loves and appreciates you for what you've done. I
Aww.
mean, she is arguably the biggest horror fan, and obviously we talk to a ton of them, right? She might be the
Mm-hmm.
biggest one.
Oh, that's sweet.
Old school stuff, Universal monsters. She's into it all and knows damn near everything. And
Yes.
she appreciates what you and the whole Terrifier crew have done for the genre. And she pleaded with us to just tell her that she loves you and appreciates everything you guys do.
Thank you, Amber. I appreciate it. We'll keep doing some fun stuff for you.
Hell of a deal. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, dude. We appreciate the hell out of you, man. Good luck with
You're very
everything you got
welcome.
going on. You're a legend.
Thanks, David.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, David.
Enjoy your night, brother.
You too. Y'all take care.
Okay, that was a lot of fun. Hell of a deal. Love David Howard Thornton. Thank you for hopping on, dude. Love Alex. We appreciate the hell out of you. Selecta Play for hopping on too. Arcade game. We don't have a release date yet at this point of the episode coming out. Although, like he did say, today, as when this episode drops on October 23rd, keep your eyes out on their social media at Terrifier Game on Twitter, Terrifier, the arcade game.com, our social medias too. We'll be retweeting the hell out of that stuff and making sure you guys, because it's a lot of fun. We don't talk about stuff that we don't believe in on here. And I mean, this game is a blast. We'll make sure you find out about it one way or another. We'll keep you posted. I think that's really it. Next week, we will be back with Tim Willits from Saber Interactive talking about Hellraiser Revival. Another game that you'll be able to hear about before it's out, before anything is out yet. You'll be able to hear from it from Slasher Radio. So give us a follow on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram at Slasher Radio. Instagram, we're at Slasher Radio Pod. Everything else, we're just at Slasher Radio, Twitter, all those things. Grow our help our Instagram, man. Like we're just starting on there. It's been something I've been fighting about for a little bit. It's our Canadian, what do we call it? Our Canadian offices, right?
Yeah, the Canadian office.
Yeah. So Cass is manning that. So yeah, if you have Instagram, Slasher Radio Pod, give it a follow. Maybe like something here and there. Same on YouTube and TikTok as well. Patreon also, patreon.com/Slasher Radio. Tier starting as low as $3 a month, and you can get you a free 1-week trial. So make sure you take advantage of that. I think that's it. Robert, I'm at Mikey's Dead on Twitter. You follow me, you can leave me alone. That's fine. Yeah, whatever you decide to do. Rob, what about you?
I'm around at Radio Rob123, and you can listen to the other show that I do, the Nick fucking Woo Cage Cast, Nick effing Woo Cage Cast in your podcast players. And we just did an episode on the retirement plan. We are coming to the end of Nick Cage movies real fast over there, and I don't know what we're going to do when that happens. Yeah.
I was just going to say, you guys are like out of fucking material soon, huh?
Yeah. We got just a handful left, and then I don't know what we're going to do.
Okay, now let me ask you this, though. And I don't know if this is anything you've thought of yet, because I don't know what you guys have planned. I mean, you said you don't know what the hell you're
Yeah, we don't either. We don't either.
All right. But is there a world where, like, say you get to the last movie Nick Cage did and you're out of fucking movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
If, like, next year somewhere, 2 years from now, Nick Cage puts out a movie, are you guys back to talk about it?
That's the thing. I don't know, because we're going to catch up, but he has movies coming out still. Like, he has movies still in, various stages. He's got, like, 5 movies in various stages of pre and post production and stuff. So they're going to be coming out. So I don't know. We just don't have a plan, because it's weird to just like go away and then come back every 6 months when he puts a movie out or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
But so we kicked around the idea of like doing another actor. And then when a new Nick Cage movie comes out, we just do that one. But that also feels kind of weird to me.
Because you're going to do another actor on the Nick F. and Wu Cage cast.
Well, not only that, but say whatever actor we pick. I don't know. Maybe we'll do Damien Maffei. Say we turn it into
that'd be fun.
Damien Maffei fucking podcast, whatever. And but then like still we do Damien Maffei movies, and then Nick Cage has a new movie coming out. So then we just stop doing Damien Maffei movies to do the new Nick Cage movie, and then we go back to it. Like it's weird. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do.
Yeah, you're in quite the pickle.
Yeah, to be determined, but we've got to get it figured out because I think we got about a month and a half of runway left here, and then we're gonna be out.
Damn. All right, fair enough. Okay. Also, you can follow Cassandra.ca. You can follow her on Twitter.
That should be her handle everywhere. Cassandra.ca.
Dude, Cass.ca. It's got to be available everywhere, right? Like that's the fucking move.
Yeah.
That's the move.
That should be her website.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, but for right now, hold on. Let me see something. Oh, no. Cast.ca is literally available as a website right now.
There you go. She better snag it.
So, but for right now, until she starts changing everything over to Cast.ca, go follow her at MakeupXMistress on Twitter. Go yell at her for us. Just give her hell for no reason at all. No reason. Yeah. Do be respectful. Just give her a little bit of hell. That's all.
Don't even be respectful. Just go. Go ahead.
Holy shit. Oh my God. All right, guys. We'll be back next week with Tim Willits from Saber Interactive. Good night from Slasher Radio.
All the best with Slasher Radio podcast.